So you have this older sibling who freaking hates your guts. And it's not really your fault why they hate your guts. It's been embedded in his mind or her mind since you were guys were a kid. We're kids. And it's because of your mother and your grandmother who despise you because of your spiritual inheritance, your spiritual gifts that they gotten a reading on you since before you were born. So they already knew who was going to be the actual golden child and who was going to be the actual black sheep. Just both of those terms are reversed because the black sheep actually ends up becoming the golden child. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to this older sibling that hates your fucking guts. They don't like you because of the things that your parents have embedded in their mind. I'm getting a narcissistic mother or father. And they've been doing this since you guys were kids by doing little things. Like making comments about your skin tone, and maybe they were a lighter skin tone than you, or maybe they were a darker skin tone than you. Either way, there was some colorism going on in your family. And that colorism, thank God, never affected you. It affected some of you, but the majority of you guys out there has not affected you because you love your brown skin. You love being brown. So you love being dark. The darker the better, the sweeter juice, the darker the berry, the better the abundance, honey. So you have learned to actually normalize how much this older sibling does not like you. And you actually try to ask other people in your family, like, why doesn't this person like me? Why don't they, want to get to know me? This is before you had any issues. This is just the beginning of your struggle. I don't know if that's a blue jay or some sort of bird just popped up, but maybe birds or blue jays are significant, and white butterflies as well. Anyway, and dragonflies. So because of this hate they have for you, they try to make everyone else not like you as well. Or they try to talk about your character to other people, but other people are smart. Other people can see your light and see what you carry and see what you've been through dealing with these people. And they are admirable of your essence and your tenacity and your resiliency to deal with such a toxic, demonizing family and a demonizing older sibling who is supposed to protect you. Now, you guys might have been Irish twins. Maybe you guys are a year apart, 2 years apart. That's what I'm getting. Now, it can be different for everybody, but the one I'm channeling is 2 years apart, 3 years apart, or a year apart. So with that being said, they always felt like they were in charge of you, or they could tell you what to do, or just be like, well, what do we have in common? That's why I don't talk to them. What do we have in common? Besides the fact that you're siblings, you have the same mother and father. That's what you have in common. That's the first thing you're born with that you have in common. You have the same parents. But that doesn't mean you have to be cool with somebody because you have the same parents. But this sibling never protected you, never respected you, and if they did protect you or did make moves to defend you, it was because of a look. It was because of a look, how it looked to others, how it appeared to others. Would it look good if I was helping them out? Would it appear like, people do things so in the future they can say, well, I did that. I helped them out when they were high. I went to go pick them up when they were stoned. They had no one else taking them to rehab. No one else did this. I fed them. I let them stay with me for a week. But they're doing this so they can say these things when people bring you up to be like, your brother's actually, your sister's actually a really good person. You need to give them a second chance. Give her a second chance. And I did all I could. You didn't do shit for this person. They didn't do shit for you. They didn't do shit for you, but talk about you and try to re-erode your character. The same re-eroding your mother did, your grandmother did, and some of your cousins have done to you. Your brother is no different. Your sister is no different. Your older sibling is no different. So don't get upset about not having contact with your actual blood siblings, because what I'm hearing is you're going to have an abundance of soul siblings that are going to love on you. They're going to treat you right. They're going to appreciate and respect your gifts, respect your energy. And maybe this sibling also didn't like you because you were LGBTQ. So that's another thing you got to, consider, that they're probably dealing with their own demons about their own sexuality or their own identity. I'm not calling that person gay, because when you say they're struggling with their identity, maybe it's because you're so in tune with your identity, it makes other people uncomfortable. That's what it does. When you are so in tune with you, who you are, and what you do, and who you are, and who you are, as they say, that makes motherfuckers uncomfortable. And they will find any reason to say, I don't like him because I don't like her, because you're comfortable with you, and that makes other people uncomfortable. And when you are comfortable with you and you are authentically yourself, it makes anyone who is putting up a facade feel sweaty and hot. It makes it feel uncomfortable and unworthy. So don't worry about this other older sibling or this other sibling, because you're in a whole other path. And soon people will be like, hey, ain't that your sister? Hey, ain't that your brother? Then it'd be like, yeah, like, hey, can I get a hookup? Can I get a ticket to the show? Can I get this? Then be like, what? We don't talk. And be like, oh, it's you they talking about in the ebook. It's you they talk about in that vlog. It's you it's you. Okay, so you the shady sibling.